Welcome back guys. So today I will talk about Fibonacci series. It's a very small program. We have seen that in college also. Still, even till today, when I see that, people will try to remember this program. We should not do that, right? How we should approach this program? Okay. See why I cover all the programs. Just I want you to change your thinking ability. You should think the program in the different way. Let's say you need to write a Fibonacci series. You don't know this program, you just know Java. Okay, you know Java for loop, you know how to create variable in the Java. Apart from that you don't know anything, but still you want to write that. Okay, how do you do that? Let's say you have never seen this program at all. Okay, how do you approach that? First, when you go for the interview, let's say people will ask you, okay, write the Fibonacci series for, let's say, a number called 11. How do you do that? First ask, what is Fibonacci series? Then they will explain you, in the Fibonacci series the next number is going to be the sum of two previous number. Okay, in Fibonacci series the next number is going to be the sum of two previous number. So one thing, you got it right, which means what interviewer is trying to say that, let's say, how 1 will become when you do 0 plus 1 is equal to 1, right? This is one case. How 2 will be? 2 will be 1 plus 1, right? So let's say they have given some clue to you, like when you have a Fibonacci series, when you are writing a Fibonacci series, and let's assume that they will give you some sort of example. They will tell you, this is the Fibonacci series where you have 0, 1, 1, 2 and then 3. They will explain you. So they can tell you, if you'll sum this, you'll get a 1. So this is your third number. Again they will tell you, if you'll sum this 2, you will get this number, which is nothing but 2. Again they will tell you, if you'll sum this 2 3, you will get this number. So you got some idea. The idea what you got, when you are summing the previous two number, you are getting the next element. Okay, that is the Fibonacci series. Now when you got this idea, is it hard to write the program? Right, let's try that, how we can write the program. So we got an idea that my third index, okay, is going to be the sum of previous two numbers. Clear? But in Fibonacci series what happens, guys, this 0 and 1. So when you write a program, you should assume some numbers. Generally when we do that, right? So assume that your first number in the Fibonacci series, let's say if I have to write, I will write my first number is going to be a 0. Okay, my second number is going to be the 1, right? Now the logic, how I have to think. First, I will not think the logic. I will write my F3 is going to be 0 plus 1, right? This is my logic, which is nothing but my third number. Now when this is my third number, okay, and when I have to, let's say they will give some number, you write the Fibonacci series, let's say number 11, which I have taken here, number 11, right? So I need to go till number 11 and I need to write the Fibonacci series, right? In fact, you can ask for the entire Fibonacci series example. So for the number, the Fibonacci series, what you will get like this. If you try to do that, you will get like this. Okay, you can see that the first two numbers summation is 1, then second two numbers summation is 2. Again the 1 3 summation is 3. Again the 3 2 is equal to 5. 5 3 is equal to 8. 8 5 is equal to 13. 13 8 is equal to 21. And 30 21 is equal to 34. And then 34 21 is equal to 55. That's how it is. Okay, so basically you need to go till that number. Okay, so one thing is clear, we need to write some kind of for loop. Okay, because I have to get the Fibonacci series of number 1, so I need to write some sort of for loop which will help me till how many times, okay, till how many times I have to find F3, right? Because this is the one which we need to find, guys. So till how many times you want to sum that. Okay, you done one iterations, you got F1 is equal to this, F2 is equal to 1 and F3 is equal to 1. Again when you do F3, next time your F3 ideally should be let's say in first sort you got 0 1 1, right? Now your f3 is going to be the 2, so what you will do, you will do 1 plus 1 basically, right? So this will become 2. Now this f3 till how many times you want to do that, right? That we need to determine, right? That we can determine by writing some for loop, because you know that the for loop can run till certain condition. Okay, so now focus on this. What I did, blindly I created one actually, if you look at it, it's a integer array, and I have given number is equal to 11, right? Because they have asked me, programmers, the interviewers has asked me to write a program to find out the Fibonacci series till 11. So I'm creating one array. Why I have created this array? Because when you are generating a Fibonacci series, you need to have the placeholder. Okay, either you create this array as a placeholder, or you can create the array list also, it's up to you, right? I have chosen this array. So why? Because somewhere we need to hold the data. Okay, to hold the data I have chosen array. Okay, in fact you can do that by writing 3 variable and just write a print statement. Okay, so here after this you can just write a print statement, that will also work fine, but this is the cleanest way where you can just store into the array. So I'm creating one integer array, guys. Size is equal to is the number for which I'm going to calculate. This is the number which I need to calculate, and I'm assuming that my first two number is going to be the 0 and 1 as per this logic. Okay, because Fibonacci series will start by the third number is going to be the sum of 2, and that in the Fibonacci series, whenever you will write the third number, whenever you will ask for the example, the third number will never change than 1, it will be always 1. Okay, so 1 means 0 plus 1 then 1, right? So this two number you can hard code. Okay, 0 1, and for the third number you need to write a logic, because this guy will be keep on changing. Okay, this guy will be keep on changing. Now one thing what we understood, when we are running a for loop, guys, two number we have hard coded, so we should start I from 2. Okay, because why? Because I am saying that we should start from 2, because two number we have hard coded. So the first 2 series we got it, right? Then remaining how many series I have to get? I have to get 9 series. Till 9 series I have to get. So I less than number. Why less than number? Because you know that array start from 0 index. Okay, array start from 0 index, and once you got 2 number, I am starting I is equal to 2. Now when I will start here I is equal to 2. Okay, so when I say I is equal to 2, so let's create one array, guys. Let's make it clear. Let's say this is array. Okay, this is my 0 index, 1, 2 index, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so on my 0 index I got an data is equal to 0, and on 1 I got is equal to 1. This is fixed. Now I need to find out for the index is equal to 2, right? To find out index is equal to 2, what I need to do, that I need to sum this number, right? I need to sum this number. So I am starting from I is equal to 2. Okay, so if you look at what I am trying to do, that I is equal to 2, which means fab of I, which is nothing but this guy. I am trying to find this guy. How I am finding this guy? Try to understand. I am saying that whatever data you have in the array list, this guy is nothing but my reference. Fab is equal to nothing my reference. So from that reference you do I minus 1. You first do I minus 1. So what is the I here, guys? Here you have I is equal to 2, right? Here you have I is equal to 2. When you do fab I minus 1 will become how much it is? It will become 1. Okay, which is nothing but your previous data, which is nothing but this data, right? I1. Then I am saying that fab I minus 2. When I say I minus 2, which is nothing but this data, right? If I will sum both the data 0 plus 1, I will get 2, right? You got the logic? That's what it is. Okay, now you can easily write the program. You just whenever you write a program, think for a smaller number. If you are able to formulate, the same logic will work for the larger number also. Why I did like this I minus 1 and I minus 2? Because you are starting I is equal to 2, right? You are starting from 2. When you are starting from 2, guys, you need to sum this number. So somewhere from I we need to reduce. Okay, now let's say that I is equal to 3. Let's say you need to find this number. How do you do that? Right, you have now I is equal to 3. Now again come back here. When I is equal to 3, what you have to do? You have to sum these two number, 1 plus 2, right? You need to sum these two number, 1 plus 2. So basically when you do 1 plus 2, which is nothing but 3 minus 1, 3 minus 2, got it? I minus 1, I minus 2. If you will sum this number, you will get a 3, right? Now talk about the number fourth index. What you should do at fourth index, basically you should get 2 plus 3, which is nothing but 5, and you are on the fourth index. So when you are on the fourth index, when you do from that I minus 1, which will be 3, plus I minus 2, which is nothing but 2 index, so 2 plus 3 is equal to how much? 5, right? How simple it is. Now without remembering this, I can write this program. Yes, it will take some time, but in interview you keep on trying, you keep on thinking how you can do that, right? So always what you do, guys, whenever somebody will ask you to write a program in the interview, do not start with the coding. You ask for the input, you ask for the output. Okay, now look at the input 2 times, 3 times, look at the output, try to formulate, try to think over. Okay, how I thought here, same way you also try to think. I thought my third number, my interviewer told me the third number is nothing but summation of first two number, and they also given me some idea of this is no matter what series you have, you'll always have 0 1 1 0 1 and 1. So I thought my 0 is going to be the first number, 1 is going to be the second number, so when I will sum 0 plus 1, it is going to be the third number, right? Now I created one array list. I'll create one array list. I will write data like this. I'll write 0 1 here. Now here I have to get 2. So to get 2 at index number 2, so if I'll do from this index, if I'll do minus 1 plus, if this index minus 2, if I'll sum that, I'll get this number, right? So that way I came to here. Now this is just for printing purpose, guys. This from just printing purpose, this for has nothing to do with anything, any logic. Just I'm printing it, I0, I less than number. And what is number, guys? So number is equal to, I have formulated for Fibonacci series till 11. Okay, so I'll run till less than 11 because array starts from 0, and I'm just printing that. So this will print my Fibonacci series, what data I have inside the array list. Okay, so this has no meaning, but now you understood how you should approach the program, how you should write the program. So I think you got some sort of idea how you should think the program in the interview. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching this.